Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ironworker Gaming channel, or welcome to the Ironworker Gaming channel for the very first time. In this video, we are going to be talking about the Iron Banner. I know, the Iron Banner. What is going on with the Iron Banner these days? It's undoubtedly a shadow of what it used to be in Destiny 1. This used to be an event that I used to get excited for when it came around. While it does have some faults and shortcomings here in Destiny 2, is it still worth playing? We'll try to answer that question in this video. Before we get into it, I'd like to remind you that at any time, you could hit that little thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. It is a completely free and easy way to support this channel, and I would love you till the end of time for it, I promise. You could also hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button if you want to get notified of my future content, but that is completely up to you. Now, for players who are very new to Destiny 2, let's briefly go over what exactly the Iron Banner event is. Basically, once every 4 weeks, Lord Saladin, your Iron Banner vendor, will roll into the tower with his giant burning gong and park himself directly above the gunsmith. The focal point of the Iron Banner is a 6v6 control-based game mode in the Crucible, with some modified rules as to how zones are captured and how power plays are carried out. Your capture flags are replaced with fire pits. When a team captures all 3 fire pits, lighting the fire pits, all zones will be locked for 30 seconds and the team who captured the zones will have a power play. After 30 seconds, the zones will be unlocked and play will resume as usual. This is the only Crucible mode outside of Trials of Osiris where your light level matters. We'll dive right into the loot, which generally is most players' primary motivation when playing a looter-shooter. Now, your motivation for playing the Iron Banner will vary greatly depending on how long you've been playing Destiny 2. For veteran players, basically what we're going to do is run to the tower, talk to Lord Saladin, pick up the Iron Banner seasonal quest, and pick up the 4 weekly bounties. Each one of these 4 bounties, when completed, will reward you with a pinnacle tier weapon or piece of armor. These are very possibly the easiest and most accessible pinnacle rewards in the game. For newer players, you can stay engaged with the Iron Banner for a little longer than most veterans. Not only do you have the bounties and the seasonal quest to complete, you also have 2 years worth of armor and weapon sets that you can grind for. Not every piece of gear or every gun is available each time the Iron Banner comes to town, so if there's pieces you don't have that aren't dropping, you may need to check back next month to see if you can fill out your set. There are various cosmetics in the Iron Banner. You can find some shaders, you can find some ships, I think there's a couple sparrows, and a few emblems you can acquire also. The seasonal Iron Banner quest will always reward you with a new emblem and a weapon from the past with unique rolls on it, or in the case of this season's weapon, a brand new legendary bow called the Point of the Stag. These seasonal quests typically have multiple steps. They have some objective-based elements and some kill-based elements. Objective-based like capturing zones or assisting teammates, and these kill-based elements require you to get kills on opposing guardians with particular weapons. In this case, we are looking for hand cannon, SMG, fusion rifle, and bow kills. The Point of the Stag bow, it's a bow. I guess it's good for a bow, but it's still a bow. But now, we got our seasonal quest done, we got our weekly bounties done. What can we do in Iron Banner now? For dedicated Destiny veterans, this is the end of the line for Iron Banner this week. We did the thing, we got the stuff, there's really no more reason to stay in this playlist. Newer players, you can keep busy for a little while longer here. You have 2 full seasons of Iron Banner loot to be chasing. You can take those tokens you've been earning at the end of your Iron Banner matches and turn them into Lord Saladin for packages that will help fill out your collection. He can also offer enhanced armor mods, which used to drop a little more frequently than they do now, but I do believe they are still available, and enhanced mods can be very powerful. There's also a small handful of players that truly do enjoy this modified control game mode. It's a quick play game mode where light level matters, and it almost feels semi-competitive. They may continue to play for this reason alone, or they may be trying to help a friend finish their bounties or complete their quest. If you ask most veteran players, they have a very negative opinion on this event. Why is that, and how could we possibly fix it? The Iron Banner definitely does need some help. So I reached out to some friends to kind of get their takes and feelings on the Iron Banner to try to figure out what we could do to make this event better after your weekly activities are complete. First off, Iron Banner has been set in the control game mode for the entire life cycle of Destiny 2. In Destiny 1, it would be a rotating game mode. Now I know the control rules for Iron Banner were modified with the Forsaken DLC, but we are still playing in a control game mode. So how about bringing this rotating game mode idea back just to add a little bit of diversity? Or this would be a great event to reintroduce an old game mode like Rift. Anything to spice up the gameplay in this event would help immensely. The bounties for your pinnacle gear are very fast and very easy to complete. This game mode is around for an entire week, and even the most casual of players can usually finish these bounties in 2 to 3 play sessions. And that's even quicker for players focusing on finishing them. A little more length on the bounties might keep players engaged for a little bit longer. And probably the biggest problem with Iron Banner is not technically Iron Banner specific, but it encompasses the whole of Destiny 2. We need new loot. Desperately. In Destiny 1, we could expect new Iron Banner loot every time there was a seasonal or yearly refresh. In year 1 of Destiny 2, I thought we might kind of be on the right track. Instead of rewarding us brand new armor every season, they would give us an armor ornament, which seemed a little more special at the time before the universal ornament system was in place. Unfortunately, this fell by the wayside quickly. The Forsaken launch brought the last batch of unique Iron Banner weapons and armor into the game. We have been acquiring the same loot, aside from the new bow, the same loot for a year and a half. It is old, it is outdated, and it is making this game feel very, very stale. It's very, very irritating to see that the game cannot get refreshes with their vendors or with their core activity as far as the loot goes, but with every season, the Eververse store and the microtransaction suite of gear and cosmetics is filled to the brim. I mean, I really don't care if you take a bunch of year 1 guns, scrub them up, reskin them, put some worthless perks on it, call it the Turd Shooter 3000. I want to see something new in the game, not just a whole suite of new items in the microtransaction store. This is not Fortnite. This is not Candy Crush. We are paying for seasonal content, and we are not getting it. One new weapon in the Iron Banner over the last year and a half is not cutting it, and this needs to change. Unfortunately, it's Bungie's entire philosophy around the loot in the game that needs to change. And this is sad to see because it is leaving Iron Banner in a very sorry state. And it's hard for me to watch this happen because this used to be one of my absolute favorite game modes. That is just about going to wrap up this video on the Iron Banner. Sorry I got a little ranty there at the end. I'm very passionate about this game mode, and I want to see it used as more than just a pinnacle source for the game. As always, if you enjoyed the video, liking and subscribing is always greatly appreciated and benefits my channel immensely. You could also ring the bell if you want to get notified of my future content releases. If you'd like to come interact with me live, I do stream on Twitch, generally weekend evenings starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I also am on Twitter. You could DM me or tweet at me there, but the best way to get a hold of me is simply to comment on this video down below. With all that being said, I greatly appreciate your viewership and thank you for spending a little bit of your day checking out my video. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one.